Hey, this is Liam, and this is my week 3 video, Fatherhood and Parenting. I do currently have a wonderful female partner. She's right over there making me some mac. A little dark, probably couldn't see very well. Where was I? Okay, fatherhood and parenting. We do intend on having a child in the future. We would like to get into a place where we're a little more stable and have our own home. Uh, kind of important things. But when thinking about becoming a parent, it does make me a little sad that I can't um, choose to biologically do that myself. More so not because I'm worried about the genetics or the look um, specifically, but because I would really like to be able to be intimate with my partner knowing that we intend to conceive a child. It makes me somewhat sad that we don't get the opportunity to decide that we want to try. We do in a way, but it's obviously a much different process. The way we have planned now, I have 2 male friends who I have spoken to even before I met or married Nikki that are willing to be, I don't know what we're calling them. We're basically calling them uncles. They're willing to be the donors for our future child. And when it comes to parenting, I have a million ideas. Of course, I want to raise, some kind of incredibly free-thinking, open-minded, loving individual, but we can't decide exactly how our kids come out. We can only kind of, help them learn from our experience and help them learn from their own experience and try to grow into great people. So I guess I don't have a ton of thoughts here on the topics. I do intend on being completely open with my children from whatever age they're old enough to start asking questions, because I assume at some point they will see my body, or they will see pictures of me as a child, or various things in which they would, obviously notice a discrepancy. And I would explain to them that some female-born people grow up to be men, and some male-born people grow up to be female, and that they can grow up to be whatever kind of person they would like to be, and whatever kind of person makes them comfortable, and that it's not about their comfort with someone as long as the people they're interacting with are comfortable with themselves is the important thing. So I guess those are my basic thoughts. I'm excited at the idea of having a child someday. I am a little concerned because of my Asperger's syndrome. I know that there are times when my stress level becomes too much, and I can there are 2 ways that I handle it. When I become overwhelmed, and I either kind of shut down and become unavailable for much of anything, even to myself, or I can explode and kind of erupt into what, I kind of refer to as fits. And it does worry me that the stress of parenthood would be too much, and I've spoken with my partner probably hundreds of times about whether or not I feel comfortable being a parent, and about the way in which I want to parent my child is that I want to have a large community of people who are willing to step in as needed. I don't know that I would always feel comfortable being left alone with my own child, which is very difficult to admit, but I think it's more important to admit and be truthful about than to skirt around and end up having an issue down the road, or end up having our family fall apart because we expected otherwise. I would need to know that I had safeties, or I had fallback plans, so that if it became too much for me and I got to a point where I wasn't going to be the parent I needed to be, that someone would be able to step in and help out. And we have quite a few friends who are more than willing, especially a couple older friends who either have children of their own or wish that they did. And people ask us all the time if we're going to consider kids someday, especially when we got married. That's all they wanted to know, it seems, sometimes. But it's a little ways off yet. I would like to finish my transition and be more comfortable with myself, and we would like to be in a situation where we probably have our own homesteading type of situation, hopefully, type of situation. And yeah, still rambling. So there you go.